Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter, that is from the diary of Annie Frank. Okay, so it is a story about Annie Frank, who has written her own diary during the sufferings of her and her family. So the chapter in this, the writer is Annie Frank, and this is about her true companion, okay, that writes everything about her life in her diary and considers it a true friend. At the time of invasion of German over Holland, her family hid itself. So at that time, she started to write in her diary. She spent her adolescent years hidden from outside world, and her diary kept all her secrets. So she's a girl, and she's a German girl, Jewish girl, and when there was the Second World War going on, and she had to shift from one place to another, and she was hiding from everybody else, and her family was also hiding. So at that time, she has started writing her diary. Whatever she used to feel, she was having no friends, she could not say anything to her parents, so she started writing the diary. All right, now about the character. So Annie Frank is a 13-year-old Jewish girl who writes a diary while she is hiding in Amsterdam from the Nazis during the World War II. Then Margot Frank, she is Annie's sister and she is 3 years older than Annie. She is elder to Annie. Otto Frank is Annie's father and he is a Jewish businessman who left Germany after Hitler rises to power, hoping to find refuge in Holland. So her father is a businessman, and when this Nazis get into power in Germany, so they were thrown out from there and they were now moving to somewhere else and they are hiding. Next is Mrs. Frank. She is Annie's mother and she is the source of many conflicts with Annie during the 2 years that the family spends in hiding. Mr. Van Dorn is a Jewish businessman and he is an associate of Mr. Frank. And lastly, Mr. Keesing. He is Annie's teacher who punishes her as he gets annoyed by her talkative nature. Okay. Now summary of the chapter we'll see according to the hierarchy or the situations that are mentioned in the story. So first of all, the first thing that is mentioned in the story and whatever Annie has written in her diary was about Annie Frank's first entry in the diary, means when she had started writing the diary, because this is an excerpt from the diary of Annie Frank. It is a great piece of literature now, but when she started writing the diary, when did she start it? So it is about that. So Annie Frank's first entry in the diary was when she was a 13-year-old girl and she was gifted a diary by her father. So then she decided to write in her diary, which she considered to be her best friend in the time of loneliness. Okay, so when everybody was running, when everybody was hiding during that war time, so diary of Annie became her best friend and she named her diary Kitty. So she began writing in June 1942. In her first diary entry, she expressed her desire to confide everything to the diary as she hadn't been able to do so to anybody else. So what did she started? She started writing everything in the diary, whatever she felt, because she felt that diary is the only place where she can express herself. Okay, so those pieces of paper, she considered that paper has more patience than people, means that she felt that people will not listen to her as patiently as the papers because they will not complain back to her. Alright, so she was longing for a friend, somebody who can listen to her, but she was not having any sort of friend. So she started writing her diary. Also, she thought that nobody would be interested in her diary. Okay, as she was a small girl, so she believed that everybody will think, oh, she's just a small girl of age 13, what is she going to write in the diary? So she didn't express anything, right? So it was the diary, it was the only source for her to express herself. So she started writing a diary. Now about her childhood and family. Okay, Annie called her father the most adorable person. He was 36 when he married to her mother and who was just 25. She had an older sister, Margot. She had about 30 people around her, but she had no true friend. They lived in Frankfurt for some time, but as they were Jewish, they had to migrate to Holland for refugee. So this was about her family. Now her schooling, she went to a Montessori nursery school. She stayed there until she was 6, and at the farewell, she and her headmistress, Mr. Cuperus, had tears in her eyes. So that she has a very cordial relationship with her teacher. Now her grandmother's death. So in the summer of 1941, her grandmother fell very ill. She had to be operated upon, but she died in January 1942, and it gave Annie a shock, and she did not write her diary in that period. But after that, she wrote again as she thought of her grandmother's love and affection. So she was very, very, very connected to her grandmother, and she left her writing diary for some couple of days, some time, but soon she realized that her grandmother used to love her so much, so she should write about her grandmother in her diary. Next was her views about teachers. What did she think about a teacher? So Annie was not good at maths, alright. So she had, her friends were always worried about it. But she was sure that she would go to the next class. So she always considered teachers to her most unpredictable creatures on the earth. So she told her friends not to lose hope. So she thinks that because she's not good at maths, but still she will pass the exam and she will go to next class. And she doesn't believe her teachers because she thought that they are most unpredictable. Nobody knows what is going on in their head. What will they do the next moment? They are talking something about right now, and the next moment they are changed. So she can't predict, but she has this in her mind that she will do fairly good in exam and she will go to the next class. So now punishment by Mr. Keesing. Mr. Keesing was a maths teacher. Alright, Annie was a good student and had a good relationship with all the teachers except Mr. Keesing, who taught her maths. So this is with every student, that if you don't have any interest in the subject, you don't like the teacher also. Okay, for no reason you don't like. So it was the case with her also. He was always annoyed by the talkative nature. So because if you're not interested in any subject, then you are talking or indulged somewhere else. So similarly, Annie was also indulged in any other activities like talking and everything when her maths class was going on. So her teacher was always annoyed with her. He used to give her extra homework as punishment. So what did Mr. Keesing used to do? He used to give her extra homework as a punishment. And he was asked to do more homework because she used to trouble her teacher. Not intentionally, but she used to talk. So Mr. Keesing used to get pissed off. So he used to give her write an essay on a chatterbox. He also put a slip on it on her bag to remind her about it. So he used to give her homework to write essays on chatterbox because he considered her to be a chatterbox who talks so much in the class. Now about the completion of her homework. Does she used to do it? Yes. Annie was unable to understand what she could write in the essay, so she started writing to consider it the necessity. She wrote the 3 pages for her satisfaction. She defined it as a feature of a student and also mentioned that she inherited this trait from a mother who used to talk so much. So she used to do her homework also. Now, homework given as punishment again. Mr. Keesing read Annie's essay in front of a class and laughed at it. He gave her another essay as a punishment on the topic, an incorrigible chatterbox. Incorrigible means a person who talks a lot. Means who cannot. Incorrigible means somebody who has this habit of doing one thing again and again and again. Okay. So because Annie was a good student, she used to do her homework and she doesn't know what to write on chatterbox. So she used to write that I have got this talkative nature from my mother because she talks a lot. So next day when she shows her homework, so Mr. Keesing used to give her the homework on to write on quack, 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 sad mistress, chatterbox. So to write on these topics. Now Annie mocks Mr. Keesing amusingly with her homework. How? Annie wanted to write something interesting and different this time. So when again Mr. Keesing used to give her the homework, so now she tried to write something amusing, means something which is fun. Alright. So with the help of a friend Sane, who was good at poetry, she wrote an essay in verse. Now what did she do? She thought that okay, now again this homework had been given to me, so why not take it as fun activity rather than taking it as a burden. So she took her friend's help, who was very good at writing poetries. So she wrote it in a form of a poem, in a verse, in which it was about three ducklings going ahead because a father duck bit them as they quacked too much. Alright, so what did she write in the poetry about the three ducks who used to quack so much that their father used to bite him? So Mr. Keesing took the joke in the right way and didn't bother Annie for talking after that incident. She was not given any extra homework after that. So what happened when she wrote this poem? So Mr. Keesing also took it very supportingly. He did not get annoyed, and then he understood, okay, that this girl is not interested in the subject, but she's a good girl. So he also took it in a very healthy manner, and then she didn't got any extra homework. So this was about the summary, the small incidences that are there in the chapter. Now kindly read the chapter on your own, then we'll do the paragraph wise explanation. Thank you.